Well, thank you very much, Francis. So one of our top stories, the ANC has refused to divulge the agenda of its NEC meeting taking place in Irene, south of Pretoria. The governing party is meeting amid intense discussion about a confession by NEC member Derek Hanekom that he met with the EFF to discuss the ousting of President Jacob Zuma. Former President Jacob Zuma. Also likely to come up for discussion are the spy claims made by the former president at the Zondo Commission last week. SABC senior political reporter Mzwandile Mbeje joins us. He was live for us a bit earlier on outside Irene. Mzwai, very good evening to you. Without divulging, of course, the agenda of the NEC meeting, but without a doubt, a key to discussions there will be the meeting of Derek Hanekom with the EFF to oust the former president.
Oh, well, Griselda, in fact, we were saying earlier that the refusal to say much by the ANC said so much because they were basically trying to manage a situation where the information or the message that will be communicated to the public will not be contradictory. Remember, this is a very crucial stage in the life of the ANC. So what we expect will be discussed, Griselda, is that the issue really of Derek Hanekom meeting the EFF will definitely come up. The issue of the spy allegation by the former president will definitely come up, and of course the other organizational issues will really take center stage. But it's interesting, Griselda, to note that when we walked in for our normal photo opportunity, in fact the members of the NEC put very brave face. In fact, they were smiling to say to all of us, hey, there is a person that you're looking for, Derek Hanekom. Almost the majority of them pointing us towards Derek Hanekom. You could see that they were trying to make light of this very, very serious issue. They know that this issue is quite important, and as a result, Griselda, when we were addressed by the ANC, it was not the SG as is the norm. So that does tell you that the officials are managing this thing very carefully.
Well, Mzwai, the ANC is in quite a conundrum at the moment because obviously the Derek Hanekom doesn't seem to be the only one that met with the EFF. Of course, I was listening to what the EFF's Godrich Gardi had also said. And in addition to that, what could also be key is the public protector's findings, of course, is something that also might come up for discussion. And we're also seeing, the president also, or the ANC president, also indicating that he met with the Guptas, and also it seems to be a very close relationship between Bosasa's Gavin Watson, who he says in that affidavit that's now been made public that Gavin Watson had attended the wedding of his son Andile in Uganda just last year.
Oh yes, Griselda, the fact that those issues are already in the public, and of course in that affidavit the president made that one known, and then the fact that there are these issues around Derek Hanekom, the fact that the former president made this kind of claim, it actually is the reason why the ANC has decided to carefully manage this. Because just imagine if Pule were to say to us, of course we'll discuss Derek Hanekom, and then tomorrow, the EFF is having its 6th anniversary. Julius Malema, the leader of the EFF, gets onto the stage and mentions one or two other people who have met. So are we going to go back to Pule to say, what about this one? And I think the approach they are taking is an approach that will perhaps look at all those issues that may come up. For example, when Julius mentions other people, so I think they will come up with a response that will be able to even deal with those that have not been mentioned. So it's a very interesting situation, this, Griselda, but let's see if they are able really on Monday to put that brave, united face that they've promised they will do.
So just before I let you go, also on the sidelines of that, ongoing protests as well from some in the ANC Youth League wanting it to be disbanded. I heard Pule Mabe, the spokesperson, say a bit earlier on that there would be some kind of outcome regarding the disbandment of the ANC Youth League once this meeting is done. I mean, what's the sentiment that you're getting from the protesters there? Would the ANC bow even to, having the ANC Youth League disbanded. I mean, for example, the ANC Youth League wasn't even there during campaigning during the last election.
Well, when we spoke to some of the members of the Youth League who were outside, they were basically telling us that they actually don't have the ANC Youth League. So the kind of problems that we are seeing in the ANC, it shows that because they don't have a voice for the young people. So as a result, the dominant voice is that of the old guard. So as far as they are concerned, there is nothing else they are expecting from this NEC. They are only expecting the announcement of the disbandment and, of course, the task team that will help them to organize for the next conference. Because, Griselda, it's interesting that Colin Maine, remember he's a member of the NEC, he was at the NEC, but he could not go outside. Because if he were to do that, given the kind of statements they were making, I guess they were going to really perhaps embarrassing in front of everybody else. Can you imagine embarrassing your own president? So they are basically saying we are legalists at this stage. So the only solution is for the ANC to agree with us to disband, have a task team, organize the conference. They are saying they are ready to even hold that conference in December.
All right, thank you very much for that update. Our senior political reporter, Mzwandile Mbeje, of course, with his ear on the ground there regarding that ANC NEC meeting. Quite a number of issues expected to come out of that.